Hello guys, welcome back to Hearts 4, Kaiserreich Total Conversion mod, and playing as the Kingdom of France. Let us continue. Now there's been an update for Hearts 4, and it hasn't the creators of this mod hasn't updated the mod yet for this update because it came out today. But it shouldn't be a big update, and it should work, I think. I'm not really sure. But I tried to roll back Hearts 4 to the current version we played on before, but I couldn't find it for some reason in the list of, well, former versions. And the patch today was also more of a hotfix-ish, so I don't think it will be a problem, but I guess we'll find out. Hopefully nothing bad will happen. Support the... oh, what? The Spanish Civil War. Oh, we can support. We'll support the car lists. Yeah. We did put someone here, yeah.
Bougez-vous.
Bougez-vous. Oh no.
Continue l'attaque.
Got you. Assisting over here.
Bougez-vous.
Bougez-vous. Exalt the aristocracy. Sounds good to me. Foreign Legion. Well... no, we can only do this when we have retaken France. Right. Decentralization. Dictatorship. Royal dictatorship. In this critical hour, a dictatorship must be set up to lead the difficult transition away from the decadent republic. Another dictatorship of parties or elective officials, which would quickly fall into despotism and the very same corruption that republics suffer from, but a royal dictatorship above petty party quarrels, tempered by a millennium of traditions and paternal care for public interests. Yes. How about this? Okay, they're taking up here. Oh no. Oh, good, Portugal. And Ireland. Okay, they're getting a lot of help here. Getting from the Germans. Okay.
Gardez vos rangs. Bougez-vous.
No, stay there then. These two should fight.
Gardez vos rangs.
Okay, can you snatch that and then go back?
Bougez-vous.
Oh! Oh, pause. For New York City. Louis Blériot, born in 1872, engineer, inventor and pioneer of French aviation, has died of cardiac arrest in his Algiers villa at only 64 years old. Fascinated with the idea of flying, inspired by the prototypes of French engineer Clement Auder and the success of the Wright brothers, Blériot put the profits of his automobile parts business towards the creation of flying machines. First encountering so many failures that the press derisively nicknamed him the King of Crashing. He eventually achieved worldwide fame and recognition for his first to cross the channel in an aeroplane in 1909, in only 37 minutes, a living legend of aviation, even being attributed to the first pilot's license. He created a successful firm, building his ever-improving designs. With the Great War, he specialized in light reconnaissance planes, his company producing eventually more than 10,000 planes for the French army. At the outbreak of the revolution, Blériot fled to Algeria like so many others and successfully re-implemented his business. Blériot Aeronautique or something. The Marshal encouraging research and development in any field with any potential to help the coming war effort, eventually running as a candidate for the Parti Radical. Following his death, the government has put out a statement honoring his contributions to the fields of aviation and to the war effort, as well as his resilience facing the many setbacks, calling him an example for all Frenchmen in these difficult times. The creation of Louis Blériot Medal, to be awarded to record setters in speed, altitude, or distance in light aircraft, was also announced. Long live the Roi de la Gaz. Social liberation. Well. No, don't do that. Oh. Cool. bro. Mozambique Bush War. Middle Africa on... Oh no, that's bad actually. That means they lose their... Oh, Jesus. The North African Star, a rousing speech. A small crowd started to gather on a square of Algiers in the 6 p.m. this evening. After only 20 minutes, the crowd, visibly getting larger by the minute, was already spreading to all of the small streets around the square, accompanied by a tumultuous clamor. At the center of the gathering was a young Algerian militant. Even if only in his 20s, he had a rarely seen eloquence captivating the crowd around him, and even the furthest observants were captivated by his gestures and his visible conviction. He declared himself to be part of the Étoile Nord-Africaine, the North African Star, a nationalist Algerian party with syndicalist tendencies, founded in Paris in 1926 by Messali Hadji. The militant was here on the square spreading the words of the party, defined largely by the leaders and intellects of the party still in Paris, but spreading more and more to Algeria itself. The ENA advocates for two or more of the worst possible ideas, syndicalism and Algerian nationalism. The party aims to create an independent socialist republic in Algeria akin to the Kingdom of France and oust the French off this land. The police took its time to arrive, allowing the speaker to talk for 30 minutes and probably convincing some spectators before escaping in the city when the agents finally came to disperse the crowd. This incident can't be ignored. It can't be taken lightly. It is a representative of the strategy of the ENA to spread its ideas and applies to the talented younger generation of militants in Algeria for them to start the fight for independence in Africa with support from the French commune. While their attempted struggle is far from being over, it isn't a reason to be lenient. We must take care not to let any comparable event happen again. The speech wasn't very well written anyway. Ugh. Really? How bad?
Pareil.
Damn, they have a lot of troops. Ooh, can you get on here?
Pareil.
How? Okay.
Bougez-vous.
Oh, Jesus. Monsef Bey, rumored to help Tunisian nationalists. A secret police threw a concerning report on the desk of the French general resident in Tunisia. The document tells about the known Tunisian nationalists entering the Beylikal palace in which the prince Monsef Bey resides. These members of the nationalist Destor party aren't the most important ones. They aren't Habib Bourguiba or Abdelaziz Halbi, but most of them are suspected of treason. They come in and leave the palace discreetly and transporting nothing, but there is no doubt the Bey is transmitting them important pieces of information. Monsef Bey is the son of one of the previous honorary monarchs of the Protectorate of Tunisia, Nekur Bey, and is the grandnephew of the current ruling Bey Ahmed II. He has always been remarked for his opposition to the French regime, and he doesn't hide too much his liking for the Tunisian nationalists. The situation is particularly concerning considering Monsef is on the next of line succession to the statuette of Bey after Ahmed II. Whatever he is actually doing to help these terrorists, an opponent can't be tolerated this close to power. With an important military presence and intervention to secure the Bey shouldn't meet a lot of resistance. We'll have to arrest him, but we can't take any risks. Let him free, but make sure he never accesses the throne. Fine. Arrest him, I guess. Stupid US. Don't invade down here. Canada. You should go in.
Pareil.
Panzer. Those who slither in the dark. There's one last place we haven't looked for potential traitors. The Dixie Bureau, our intelligence office. Between Mondak's escape and the Democratic camp seemingly always knowing our next move, we know there is a mole. But so far we haven't been able to figure out who it is. We have to act in utmost secrecy to finally trap the source of our woes. The investigation revealed a worrying state of affairs. The mole was found relatively quickly by men personally loyal to de Gaulle, and double agents have been extracting a trove of information from him. It seems that a large part of the Berger was sympathetic to Mondac, and though they have dutifully helped us purge other elements of society, they have also carefully hidden proof that some of them were in contact with our enemies, even going as far as destroying seized evidence. Must, however, tread carefully. These are all incredibly talented men, and investigation seems to show that they acted more to loyalty to each other than to deep ideological commitment. The Rooster, personally close to some of the men in the Bureau, seems to think that simply circuiting the mole, feeding him inaccurate information for him to share to planet contacts and let the Bureau remain intact will be sufficient. After all, there are a few open Republicans left. Sacrificing valuable assets to fight shadows seem like a waste. Others argue that the Bureau cannot be trusted and that as such it should be disbanded and replaced with some of the less trustworthy members assigned to posts in the Saharan desert. Finally, simply getting rid of it all might be the easiest choice. Let's purge it. Yeah. We'll see. Oh, this ain't good. Nice. Corporatism could also boost our military professional army. The French army has traditionally relied on conscription, France being a nation of citizen soldiers. However, we must adapt to our current situation. Our manpower and resources are limited. We won't renounce conscription, but we will heed de Gaulle's advice and greatly expand our already existing core of professional soldiers. Replace General's legacy with professional army. Division organization and recruitable up. Wait, so we don't have armor anymore? Interesting. We'll check that, I guess. No icon here. That's sad. It's very sad. How's this going? We're defending. We are defending. Pushing. Totalist. Oh no. Come on, African Union State and Pacific State of America. Be together against the combined syndicates. King Edward's address. King Edward VIII today announced the nations of the Entente by radio, issuing a somber note regarding the onset of the Second Civil War in America. Our heart goes out to those noble Americans who now find themselves called upon to fight against the forces of tyranny and oppression in their own homeland, he said. For we know full well the consequences of their failures, as well as the terrible cost to one's soul, and the enemy is one's own countrymen. Our alliance cannot merely grieve for the devastation, however. Must stand ready to act for the fate of America intrinsically. No, that's not the correct way of saying it. Linked to our own. Should America fall to syndicalism, so too shall the dominion of Canada, and then us all. What? That we did not need to consider such a grave possibility as intervention, but consider it we must, for the good of all humanity. The Entente stands ready. Yes, we don't want any syndicalists on our borders. Bloody hell. Oh, yoink. I don't think push against the Federals. Fight for America. Leggy McLag. Oui. They're pushing the buggers. They're also fighting down here, so that's good. Well, oh Jesus. Murder rocks the cash bar. As he was on his way to the city of Ramadan Mosque, the great Mufti of Algiers, Mahmoud Ben Dali, was surrounded by two men stabbed in the heart, dying on the spot. Two perpetrators were caught after a quick investigation and confessed to the murder, justifying their actions by saying the Mufti had acted against the Islamic faith and was little more than a puppet of the infidels. Anointed by the colonial authorities, first as Imam, then as a Mufti, unpopular and frequently brazenly critical of even mild reformist talk, Ben Dali had many powerful enemies. After a rough interrogation session, the murderers confessed to being merely a pawn in a greater scheme, offered thousands of francs to kill the Imam, but the true mastermind behind the crime, a prominent member of the Reformist Association of Algerian Muslim Ulema, Tayyib al-El-Okbi, Already banned from preaching in mosque by colonial authorities, the man had been under police surveillance for some time, suspected of conspiring against the state under the pretense of religious reform. He was immediately arrested and is waiting trial. However, many Algerians and some Frenchmen believe there is a conspiracy and that El Oukbi was falsely implicated in this affair by colonial police police eager to have such an inconvenience disappear. Whether that accusation is true or not, this case is quickly turning into an embarrassment. We could drop charges against El Oukbi, somewhat losing face but preventing any further arrest and possibly gaining an ally within Decentralization. Or we could keep him in jail, getting rid of the prominent Indigi leader and sowing dissent among the ulemas. Free him. Clearly the murderer was just trying to shift the blame. Whack him. Bougez-vous? Yeah, you might be cut off. Well, maybe not. We'll try. Fuel storage. We are in 37. 37 through the 38. Okay, don't mind. Recon 30. Not bad. 39. Anti-tank guns. Let's get anti-tank guns.
Attention.
Come on, fix this stuff down here. Don't fight here. Are you receiving help? Austria. Brazil is sending on volunteers as well. Walkie-talkies. Hello. Victory in the Civil War. Oh, okay. Martial law. Dictatorship. American stratocracy. A new national day. Pause. Since 1880, the National Day has been set on the 14th of July. The left would generally consider that day as commemorating the 1789 storming of the Bastille, while the right would choose to commemorate the Feast of the Federation, a celebration that took place 1 year later and that at the time was considered by many as the end of the political instability, an end to the revolution, and a celebration of national unity. The Republic could not afford to alienate... No. Oh, Jesus, I can't talk anymore. Either side, and as such never gave an official explanation. Either way, the celebration of either revolutionary bloodshed or constitutional monarchy is widely inadequate for the restored regime. France did not have an official national holiday prior to the revolution, and as such, 3 propositions have brought before the king. The feast day of Saint Louis, King of France, on the 25th of August, had been the occasion for public celebrations in honor of the king, and is the closest the Ancien Regime had to holiday. However, since 1922, 2 saints had been declared by the papacy to be the primary patron saints of France: Our Lady in her Assumption, the 15th of August, as she was traditionally considered Regnum Galliae, Queen of France, and Saint Joan of Arc, sent by God to free France, her feast falling on the 30th of May, where her martyrdom took place, which day would the king choose as national holiday. Like the Buzel. Let us ask for Lady Protection, Regnum Galliae Maria. I would like the stability, but I'm sort of just wanting for the role-playing aspect be the Joan of Arc thing. Like the Buzel. We must hear God's call to save France. Yes. We'll take Joan of Arc, even though I would like stability. We did succeed. Careful you don't get encircled. Could we maybe encircle? Nah. Try. We want Madrid. God damn it. Oh. Ugh. Damn, Mexico. Not cool, bro. Are we pushing? Interesting. Interesting. Try for the lols. Ecuador. Construction. Nice, I'll take it. 38. Aeroplanes, yeah. some fighters going. Wait, are they pushing? Peace deal. Did I lose my armor thing? No, okay, we kept it. Good. Char Fortress, Char Disrupteur. Light tank and medium tank, Char Fortress, heavy tank. Let's get heavy tanks. Yeah. Char Fortress. We must focus on our efforts on the development of super heavy tanks, with terrifying firepower and thick armor, true land battleships, and more mobile artillery that will pound the enemy forces into the ground, turning into dust any fortification that stands in its way. Bonus to heavy tanks. Yes. Monster tanks.
C'est parti.
C'est parti. It's beeping to cut. Zoom. Long live the king. End of the investigations. Several months after our coming into power, we've been able to secure the loyalty of most fields of society. The police, the second bureau, the politicians, the army, and the common men largely learned to be loyal to the king and the new regime, and we can hope the remnants of the Republicans will not be troubled anymore. It is possible, however, that we hit too much at the Republicans in some sectors, lowering our efficiency there, or contrarily, that we didn't hit them enough, which means some parts of the state aren't entirely under our control yet. But ultimately, this can't endanger the regime anymore. In any way, we have thanked our Camelots du Roi and our investigators for this well-rounded affair, and we can now only hope that this newfound loyalty would last. Long live the king. Large Republican purge. Political power goes up, stability goes up a bit, construction up a bit, reinforcement rate up a bit, planning speed up a bit. Alright, that's better than the minus thing we had, which was all these events. Our sources about this issue is a French member of the colonial administration in Dakar, invited by friends to the mundane dinner in which rich French and black evoluted merchants sat together. The administrator expected a friendly atmosphere. After all, the Evolés had the French citizenship and hold a lot of privileges compared to their black lower-class counterparts, suffering under the Code d'Intignac, however you say that. His surprise was thus big when we heard a group of Evolés talk about how could Senegal organize itself after an independence. The discussion was unbelievable. The Evolés were considered a local rule of Senegal and claimed not to be particularly concerned by the French cause. The administrator thus rightfully decided to report back what he saw to the nearest department of the secret services. Further investigation has shown this isn't an isolated case. It seems the Evolés were fed French political culture so much that they don't accept what they consider tyranny anymore. Most of them seem to prefer local Senegalese republic rule rather than to obey Frenchmen and fight their wars. It's believed the commune also acts actively by smuggling nationalist books to this cultural elite in Dakar. The lesson of the story, in a way, is that some of the Evolés can unbelievably come back to bite the hand that fed them. This type of thinking doesn't fit a presumably evoluted person. I concur. How could they? Bulgarian government overthrow. I guess they lost their little war. Oh yeah, damn. You lost, Bulgaria. All your things. Hungary is still... The Burgundy Tragedy. Late in the night, grave news reached us from the occupied metropole, news that could have catastrophic consequences for the very stability of our nation should it spread. For a week now, operatives had lost contact with important assets within the commune, part of the vital network of sympathizers working for a cause tirelessly since the exile. Despite the best efforts to they remain unreachable, as if they had vanished without a trace alongside their particularly important cargo. We immediately suspected this to be the work of Combinat counterintelligence, which had been at best sluggish for years, but recently had been hard at work to root out our valiant efforts to resist anarchic tyranny of the Reds. As the fate of our heroes remain unknown, all we can do is rebuild and continue their sacred mission. The high-risk smuggling of French wine from Berger, Beaujolais or Champagne to Algeria, a task essential to keep up national morale. Though the purchase of any goods from the mainland is officially banned, and likewise the commune has terribly tried to enforce this embargo against us, there exists a thriving black market to control a large part of assets, recruited from either ideological sympathizers or organized crime, with wine and cheese being especially sought after, as they are all essential goods. Despite official praises for Algerian wine, you would be hard-pressed to find a bureaucrat, a businessman, or an officer who have ever tasted it, or even among the lower classes, where to find a good bottle for special occasions is an open secret. The sacrifices will not be for naught. Right. My cheese and wine. I need it. I feel like we could push this. A Legionnaire. The latest movie starring comedic superstar Fernandel, A Legionnaire, has been, like almost everything that actor touches, a success. A master of physical comedy and slapstick, adding to the talent of singing, his movies generally featuring high humorous songs that have proved to big success in his own right. I know I'm mumbling a bit here. He has often been compared to the American actor Charlie Chaplin. This time the actor plays Ferdinand, a hen-picked husband who, after getting knocked out, waked up the caravan heading towards the Algerian interior. His identity papers stolen and replaced by a new one. He is now another man, a new volunteer in the French Foreign Legion. Incapable of explaining his situation to the officer, Ferdinand is called to fight some unruly tribe deep in the Saharan desert. And despite early mishaps, he quickly finds military life much more enjoyable than his marriage. And especially much less disciplined. Now truly a whole new man, he's eventually tracked down by his wife, but instead choosing to release under his real name, becoming a veritable hero and eventually being awarded the Legion of Honor. The humorous tale has proven particularly popular among veterans. Fernandel, did it again. Look. Right. Alright, how about over here? The project nears completion. Long have we dreamed of this day. Even during some of the darkest days of France's history, her people have been able to persevere and display their resilience to the world. The TransSaharan Railway shall be our show of force that the French people are not defeated. The country stands strong. Even at the height of our power before the First Weltkrieg, many doubted our ability to create such a feat of engineering as this railway. We will show the Commune and the watching world that in spite of our exile, the French people's spirit still burns as bright as ever. Our country shall soon be united. Ooh, nice. Nice. Oh, okay. Dook. Someone gets annexed, and you're fighting. Okay. Oh, that's one nation. Okay. Neige and Hazar. Seems we're being pushed. Oh, if they took this one, all this will be. Yeah, that will spell the doom of our southern front. Unfortunate. You still haven't fixed this problem? Jesus, they have no port, man. Port, man.
Continuez l'attaque.
Continue l'attaque. Nepal, okay, damn. The Barrier Commune. Doop. You're fighting those two. Oh, the Princely Federation collapsed. Oh. Not good, bro. The Lurking Mystics. One of the more controversial aspects of the Action Francoise is the continued relationship of some of its members with occultism. For many reactionary Catholics, this relation is evidence enough that they are not truly committed to the counter-revolutionary cause. In Algeria, this relationship has deepened even further, under the influence of characters like René Guern and his newspaper Legionnaire, and his desire to fight an esoteric spiritual war against the syndicalists. Some have flocked to the Masonic orders despite the deeply anti-Masonic rhetoric of the new integralist monarchy. Furthermore, with Guern conversions to Sufism, many of these Masons and other types of increasingly interested in the native Sufi tariqas or orders. With the AF now in power, this relationship is increasingly troubling, with some proclaiming it returned to Gnosticism and Quietism, I don't know, both of which are excommunicated heresies. The tariqas themselves also worrying because of the rumored links to Algerian independent groups. It's become clear that some sort of repression is in order. What should be done? Tolerate them. Destroy. Crack down on both. We do not tolerate occultism. Destroy the Masons, but leave the Tariqas alone. Let's not push the Indigis. Yeah, sure. Duke. Le Duke.
Aux ordres. Bougez-vous.
Let's try and finish this little bit. to decentralization. The revolution did all it could to destroy the structures of the Kingdom of France. Power was taken away from the provinces and concentrated in the hands of the representatives sent to Paris. This proved to be prone to corruption and inefficient to address local concerns. We'll start to right the wrongs of our forefathers by systematically devoluting the power away from the capital. Oran, Constantine and Corsica gets +1 building slot. Yeah, sure.
Continuez l'attaque.
Continue l'attaque. They're pushing still.
Bougez-vous. Bougez-vous.
We have to head over here and do something. Seems like the Kingdom of Spain is pushing the CNT, Phi, and Carlis Spain at the same time. Yeah, the pile was annexed. Not surprising. Okay, this should be easy to whack since they have no port. That's probably supply grace. Sometime. Oh boy. The next stop of the diplomatic voyages of Prince Henri is Lisbon, capital of the Kingdom of Portugal. A mere decade after the proclamation of the Portuguese Republic, a broad coalition of royalists took control of Lisbon, declared the restoration of the monarchy from the balcony of Terreiro Ponte, overlooking the Terreiro do Baco, beating heart of the city. In 1927, however, the following renewed economic turmoil and national humiliation inflicted in Africa by the Germans, the coup was engineered by Lusitanian integralists, men inspired by Moret and the Action Francois, and a new government set out to restore tradition and faith in the small nation and its globe-spanning empire. Portugal had become a living experiment, a showcase of the possibility of the true counter-revolution. Portuguese implementation of the integralist dream was followed intently by the Action Francois, each development praised in dithyrambic articles, each setback explained as the work of the red agitators and the other saboteurs. With France following in Portugal's footstep, the state visited the scene by Lusitanian integralists as a crowning success, proof of their prescience, and by many Portuguese as a source of national pride. The Dauphin toured the many sites of Lisbon and his surrounding, accompanied by King Duarte II, before traveling to the small village of Fatima, in a pilgrimage to the site where the Virgin Mary appeared to tens of thousands. The princes and their close entourage then retired to Pena Palace for some well-deserved rest. It seemed the two young men bonded over their shared experience, and a budding friendship was born. And if court gossip is to believe, something more might unite the two soon. Young King Duarte was apparently struck by the beauty of Henri's sister-in-law, Brazilian Princess Maria Francisca of Orleans Bragança, accompanying her sister Isabel on the diplomatic tour. Regardless of these auspicious personal bond being forged, however, one unbreakable now unites our two nations. May a friendship last for centuries. We like each other, and national populace goes up a bit. I didn't know Portugal. What's that? Oh, okay. Le Proletariat. Henri, Count of Paris, has published The Proletariat, a short historical and political essay on the working class. In this essay, the heir traces back the origins of the poor working and living conditions of the proletariat to the revolution of 1789, a bourgeois coup that he claims turned the proud artisans and farmers of old into proletariat by destroying traditional structures such as guilds and enabling economic liberalism. It chronicles the slow descent into indignity and the working class over the last century and a half, caused by usurious industrial capitalism and new illegitimate elites, culminating in the 1919 revolution, an event that he considers engineered by nefarious forces exploiting the legitimate grievances of the masses. Prince Henri then makes a passionate case for the monarchy, the only regime he claims could truly restore the dignity of the people by upholding tradition and the social doctrine of the church. The work was well received and sold well, thanks to tireless promotion by the Action Francois and praised by influential clergy, already being translated in multiple languages and published abroad. Though some were shocked by the violence of Henri's denunciation of capitalism and the bourgeois. Curiously, it has been even received praise, sometimes general but most amused, from the commune. Maybe it should be nicknamed the Red Count. Yes. Give me some nationalist populism. 56 now. Nice. Will be even more once we get them here.
Attention.
Are you out of supplies? No, not yet. No port though. Interesting. Hawaii. Could have this stuff here. I did not see that coming. Didn't you know they were a nation? Did I? No, I didn't. I don't think so. You don't have... You still have supplies. That's odd. With no port. I guess you still have a very long supply grace. They do have a bonus to it from fighting for America thing here. Supply grace plus 168 hours. That's a lot of days. Defense contractors. They're still holding on. That's pretty amazing, actually.
Attention.
Oh, they did push them back over here. Alright.
Bougez-vous.
Let's go back here. Try and push up here. I don't know, isolate this stuff here. Seems unlikely, but we could try. We do have a bunch of points we could use. Partial mobilization, yes. Export focus. Conscription, extensive. Let's save the points for now. We also need to do something like stuff down there. Oh. Oh, Jesus. No. Attack on a patrol in Niger. We could often send patrols across the north of Niger to assure supremacy in these lands. As we don't have a lot of permanent bases there from where to assert our control, we must resort to such regular patrols. The patrols are usually uneventful, but it wasn't the case this time. Our soldiers were suddenly attacked by the full Tuareg force, armed and determined. They were hiding behind a relief, waiting for the patrol to come closer before they charged with cavalry towards it. The first panic shots of the patrol did make a few horses fall, however it soon was the French horses that started to fall as another group of Tuaregs hidden in the dunes started shooting from another angle. Completely helpless and surprised, soldiers fell left and right to the bullets of the blades of the Tuaregs before the survivors retreated disorderly. One of the survivors managed to get back to the nearest colonial outpost to tell the story. The attack is an outrage, and we are quite powerless to punish them, unless we send a full-blown army to search the desert. We'll have to punish people nearer from us, who are probably Tuareg collaborators anyway. An outrage. Ugh, God damn it. Why can't we get anything that says, like, not so much disobedience thing? Okay, not good. Not good, bro. More building slots. Oh, what the hell? I didn't know that. Let's go down here. The French army has traditionally left officers with little room for initiative, focusing instead of strict adherence to orders, but experience of the Weltkrieg has proven to us that tactical spontaneity is sometimes necessary. As such, officers will be taught how to respond to a variety of situations in a more autonomous manner, and given the tools to make critical choices on the battlefield. Yes. United Provinces of China. Oh, that's a thing now. Annual IEDC review. 50. Nanjing click. What the hell? Huh. Construction. Oh. To civilian. United Provinces of China. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Resources. Yeah, sure. Did we? Oh, we did.
Aux ordres.
Nice. A new anthem. Jesus, okay. La Marcelle has been the national anthem of France since 1879, though it was composed in 1792 by Claude Joseph Rouget in the Ile for the volunteers heading off to fight Prussian and Austrian armies. With the victories of the revolutionary forces, the song became immortal, incredibly popular. The song is undeniably a republican symbol. However, the fate of La Marcelle is sowing decision even among our partisans. Many have no issue with the song, including Marat himself, much like few have issues with the Tricolore. It was accompanied by Frenchmen in some of the most glorious moments of the last century, and its lyrics could easily be understood as more broadly patriotic than republican. On the other hand, a minority deserves a total rejection of anything brought by the revolution, arguing that we could not fight one revolution while the embers of the previous one still burns. As such, demand a reintroduction of the anthem, instead following the fall of the impostor Bonaparte. Le Retour de Prince François à Paris, based on the melody of the popular song Vive le Roi Henri. A compromise was also proposed. The armies of the counter-revolution had themselves adopted a modified version of the song called La Marcelle des Blancs, or Marcelles of the Whites, with radically different lyrics, which could satisfy anyone. After all, it would be a shame to waste such a stirring melody. We can't let the Republicans have it. Keep the song. Reject the revolution. Abandon the song. Compromise. No, I want stability. More than anything, I guess. Jesus Christ, these events, they keep popping non-stop. A new movie has taken French cinemas by storm. Dixie, Berger, directed by Pierre Billon. After numerous production delays and a harsh reception by critics, the commercial successes of the thrilling tale of espionage is a surprise, telling the story of a Captain Benoit, played by Jean Morat, sent on a mission by the Second Bureau, a elusive military intelligence agency, to seize the blueprint of the latest red weapon in the very heart of the commune. This movie has it all: action, suspense, and of course romance. Of course, the handsome captain is eventually noticed by Communard counterintelligence, who sent their best agent after him, Elise, true femme fatale, tasked with seducing the agent. Of course, the two fall in love and a plan to escape together. As the Commandant realizes this, he sacrifices himself and dies in her lover's arm, forcibly reminded of his duty to France. Critics hated it, calling it cheap entertainment, and yet the public loved it and asked for more, dismissing rumors that the film received state funding to transform the public image of the secretive and sometimes sinister agency as a mere Communard propaganda. Could this be the start of a series? Second Bureau. Even made a poster for it. Nice. Nice. What the hell? Yeah. Whack this. Maybe. Probably not. Well. Terrain, right. Oh no. You got isolated. You fool. Shit. Eid Mubarak. Build that there. Oh, need weapons. Damn it, I killed them. Okay. I remember that war with our Argentinian Let's Play.
Attention.
Can you? No. You cannot.
Arrêt.
No. Okay. New aeroplanes. Whoa. Right, that's different here compared to EU4. EU4? Hardline 4. Still doing that, okay. We do have bonus to heavy tanks. CRP 37S. Land ships. Yes. Nepal joined the Entente? I missed that completely. Huh. Okay. I'm actually pushing here. The federal collapse. Oh, they took Bilbao. Shit.
Pareil.
Oh, this is... what? Okay. Push.
Pareil.
So they took it. Damn it. Makes them more powerful. Okay. Research improvement. As war looms, we must make sure the equipment of the French soldier stays on par with the latest tech advances. A specialized military research department working in cooperation with the allies will be funded. The French infantrymen, already the bravest of the world, has known, will also be the best equipped. Nothing will be able to hinder him. One more research slot. Yes, we need that. Right now. Are you worth anything? Yeah, you are. Oof. Just defend now, I guess. Come on, take this Memphis stuff. Come on, Pacific, don't fight us. Fight the syndicalists instead. Jaguars. Oh, these movies. Right, this is the last one because I need to cut. I need to go to bed. Directed by the controversial and successful Abel Gance, a pioneer of film making well known for historical dramas as well as his ingenious editing and special effects technique, 20 years in the making, I accuse. It's a peculiar war story taking French cinemas by storm, telling the story of a love rivals turn friends on the battlefields of the Great War, before the futile death of one, and the slow descent into shell shock and sanity of the other. But his ended and most divided opinion, as the crazed man who had vowed to end all war temporarily relapsed into sanity to find that the world is getting ready for a new great conflict. He springs into action, and in a supernatural storm calls on the millions of dead of the Weltkrieg, regardless of their nationality, to rise from the grave and punish their living for their foolish obsession with mutual destruction. All over Europe, the dead of all countries hears this call unite and march on, creating mass panic and preventing another war. Accused of pacifism, of sullying the memory of the war heroes by some praising for his skill by others, Gance escaped censorship due to his links with the Veterans Association. Indeed, many veterans were employed during the filming of the movie, and particularly many cuillères cassées, broken faces, for the great finale. The dead might not rise and march to prevent the Second Weltkrieg, but those disfigured by the last war want to have their voices heard, as war frenzy in a nation rages on. They're coming to get you, Wilhelm. There's millions of them now. And we need to cut. So, thank you much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button. Very much appreciate your support, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye.